Pakistan has never lacked ambition or vision. From Vision 2010 to Vision 2025 and Vision 2030, from the Millennium Development Goals to the Sustainable Development Goals, each blueprint promised transformation. On paper, progress. But for millions, daily life remained unchanged in schools, hospitals, and at homes. Because without effective governance, vision remains just a dream. The Subnational Governance Programme dared to change that by transforming governance for a better tomorrow.
At the heart of development is one simple idea, that people deserve systems and services that really work for them. And that's what we've put at the heart of the UK-Pakistan Development Partnership, helping to build institutions that are capable, that are transparent and accountable, that really respond to people's needs.
When we began the Subnational Governance Programme, we weren't just talking about policy. We were talking about people who deserve to be heard, served and empowered by the systems around them. In Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, SNG became a bridge between governments and citizens. We helped bring clarity to public finances, transparency to decision making and dignity to service delivery.
I would also like to appreciate the source behind this SNG is FCDO and the UK government and UK taxpayers. The value of money has been achieved. It's an unsung hero. Number of acts which have been completed: Provincial Financial Management Act, Sales Tax Act, Debt Management Act.
They say, "Khabar hai saab da." It's the money that matters. Major problems which we are facing, those are vis-a-vis with the federal government. We had a lot of money, but it was stuck up in Islamabad. Pursuing that money and getting that money from the Federation, the SNG's role was again worthwhile.
Partnership between SNG and finance, I think, has been a very fruitful and productive one. I think some of the major reforms and critical reforms that we have undertaken are the pension reforms, commodity debt reforms, and a lot of steps taken for public financial management under the PFM Act. Integrated budgeting and inclusive budgeting that you see here before us is a part of it.
Another very good partner is the Subnational Governance team. It has teamed up brilliantly with finance and the planning and development departments in the last 2 years, and there's so much that we are doing with them which would make sense and which would really give us that kind of innovation and creativity that the public sector lacks.
Whether it was pension reform, reducing commodity debt, or simply making budgets work better, we made it possible for the government to serve smarter, faster and more fairly.
प्री बजट कंसल्टेशंस की, जिसमें हमने बहुत सी जो रिकमेंडेशंस हैं हमारी हमने रखी गवर्नमेंट के सामने, और इस दफ़ा हमारी उम्मीद है कि जो हमारी जितनी भी रिकमेंडेशंस हैं उस पर अमल किया जाएगा.
The SNG program actually focused upon providing support to the provinces for reforming their revenue mobilization, strengthening the capacity of revenue collecting department. And one of the key reform include property tax shifting from rental value based to capital value based. KPRA was also provided technical support for risk-based auditing system, restaurant invoice management system that will minimize the interaction between taxpayers and tax collector. KPRA and excise and taxation has registered a significant revenue growth, which I hope will continue in the coming year as well.
But it's not just about policies, it's about progress that people can see, real changes to their lives.
Government of Punjab introduced a defined contribution pension scheme for the new civil servants, another important milestone achieved by SNG programme. We also reformed existing defined benefit scheme, leading to huge reductions in accumulated pension liability. balancing the retirement security of employees while making the pension scheme sustainable.
Helping to create better opportunities for people, more transparency, more fairness, and that's why governance work is so important.
Social protection is a right, not charity. When COVID-19 struck, it shook the world, and Pakistan was no exception.
We knew we were facing perhaps the deepest recession since World War II. We didn't know how long it would last, what the loss of life would be. We didn't know what the span of the challenge would be.
SNG supported governments in crafting rapid relief measures, giving rise to a dedicated social protection workstream. It helped shape the RISE Punjab strategy and the KP Economic Recovery Plan. What began as crisis response has now evolved into long-term reforms.
So what truly inspires me is this: what we've helped build a governance culture where innovation is welcome, data drives decisions, and citizens come first. We have shown that when institutions are trusted, democracy deepens and lives improve.
Pakistan contributes less than 1% to global emissions, yet ranks among the 10 most climate-vulnerable countries. SNG introduced a pioneering green financing strategy and supported the establishment of Punjab's first climate finance unit and helped Khyber Pakhtunkhwa develop its first-ever disaster risk financing strategy. SNG transformed the waste to worth by introducing an end-to-end pilot for solid waste management in Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, we worked on transforming the conventional waste transportation to door-to-door collection, segregation, reduction and recycling. This end-to-end approach enhanced services, built trust and turned waste into a resource, driving revenue even in tax-free zones.
SNG program has given us a model that can be replicated throughout the division and the province as a whole.
They thought big, how to make all these WSFCs, TMAs, solid waste management collection. They started small. Now it's time to scale fast.
People have gained trust in the government institutions, especially in the TMAs. And the TMA Bahrain, in this Bahrain model, and the WCC SWAT, which is the water sanitation company, they have worked hard with SNG, and today we have seen the results in terms of an efficient system through which we collect, we dispose of, and we get very good results from this solid waste management system.
TMA ड्रम को पहुंचाना और वहाँ पर पॉइंट पे पहुंचाना बहुत मुश्किल था, तो फिर लोग नाले में फेंकते थे, तो उसको फिर TMA वाली भी नहीं लेके जाते थे, लेकिन अब बहुत इजी है।
डंपिंग ग्राउंड का मसला था, इनकी वजह से हमें एक ये फ़ायदा हुआ है कि कंपोजिशन की तरफ भी गए, डिकम्पोज, और फर्टिलाइज़र भी हमने तैयार किया जो काफ़ी इनके डिमांड्स आ रही है, तो एक रेवेन्यू जनरेट हो रही है हमारी TMA की।
FCDO and the OPM are partners, thanks to the people of UK who have been supporting us in terms of funding and in terms of technical assistance.
The initiative fostered local ownership, aligning with Sustainable Development Goals 11 and 13, demonstrating measurable carbon impact and offering scalable solutions for both climate resilience and revenue generation.
The SNG has broken the code of public sector transformation. Transformation that sits within the institutions of the government, that is lasting, that is impactful.
We formulated the urban policy with the government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and supported implementation of city master plans. This enabled the government to enact the first ever land use and building control legislation in Pakistan. SNG developed KP's first ever City Strategic Management Plan and implementation framework for land use plan for District Swabi to achieve sustainable urban development through short-term and mid-term urban planning measures.
Many of such reforms are now have become virtually irreversible.
We're really pleased to say that as a result of SNG's efforts, budgets are smarter, a lot more money available for public services.
SNG's legacy, it not just in the policies changed, it's in the mindset shifted, and that, I believe, is the beginning of a lasting transformation.
The trust that the public have in their governments to deliver has grown.